Hey, what's up, guys? Leo here from Beyond Forex back again with another video. As you know, we do this each and every Sunday. I'm back again with another lit video. So in today's video, I'll be giving you the top setups of this week, as well as giving you the setups and showing you the setups that I took last week and why I actually took those setups. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Setups that I took last week, one of them is AUD JPY, which is a position that I'm very proud of because I've been on a losing streak, guys. I've been on a losing streak. I've been losing money in the market. This is my first win in a while. And this just goes to show if you were a person who doesn't use risk management or proper risk management, you would have blown your account by now because I've been losing more than I think 7 trades. Anyway, I took this trade last week on a pullback. You see the market here. Actually, let's zoom out before I actually break down the position itself. What I saw before taking the position, I saw the market was or is in an uptrend, and I looked to capitalize on that because the momentum is generally it's bullish. The momentum is bullish. When I saw price push up and come back into support, this was my opportunity to buy. And initially, I actually got stopped out. I got stopped out of this position, but I then looked for a re-entry. I entered somewhere around here. My stops were somewhere around here and I got stopped out. But not letting the market deter me, I saw this spike or this rejection and I was like, you know what? Bulls are still in control. And also looking at this, I saw that bulls are really still in control. And then re-entering that position, saw the market start to pick up. On this pullback initially, I did not take anything, but I did trail my stops for my first position. Price continued pushing upwards. I then proceeded again to enter at this level of support because price did clearly pull back, and after pulling back, it created a level of structure. From there, price continued going all the way up. And looking at this right now, I should have held, but I mean, better safe than sorry. I came out the market with profits. Moving on into the next setup that I took, which is USD CHF. The reason why I took the setup on USD CHF is simply because price is in a bullish trend. It's in an uptrend. And with price being in an uptrend and us seeing this spike right here, we still see that bulls are clearly still in control of the market. Bulls are still in control of the market. And if you look here on the 4-hour time frame, I'll show you where exactly I took this position. When price came back here and started consolidating, I saw my opportunity or my chance to actually buy because price is clearly resting or is clearly retesting, finding some more momentum before moving up. So I took my position around here or here, if I'm not mistaken. And then I waited, price peaked up above this level. And then I then looked for another opportunity to enter again, adding onto my initial position. Now risking half of what I risked the first time around. Now I'm waiting for price to continue moving all the way up. Another position that I clearly entered or that I entered last week was Euro USD. And as you can see, if you do not see this, this is as clear as day. It's as clear as the difference between day and night. Anyway, what we saw was, let's look on the daily chart first. What we saw was we saw price actually starting to fall or being in a short-term / long-term or mid-term downtrend. And with that, I saw my opportunity to capitalize. With price falling this fast, surely a pullback must come too. So price came back to retest this level of resistance / the Fibonacci levels. From there, I looked for sell opportunities. And as you can see, that is an engulfing candle that we have right there. Or if not an engulfing candle, but it's a candle that shows that the bears are currently in control or are currently selling. So with that being said, I'm looking for sell opportunities. Of course, I've already entered in this position for price to continue falling, and we'll see how that position goes. Now, moving on onto this week's top setups. One of them is AUD JPY, but on AUD JPY, what I'm looking for, let's zoom out and I'll actually delete these. Okay, what I am looking for now on every JPY pay that is, I'm looking for a pullback into at least these Fibonacci levels. So let's take this from the low to the high. I'm looking for price to pull back into one of these levels, any of the three levels, any whichever lines up with previous supports. And as you can see, this is that level that lines up. From there, I'm looking for buy opportunities. So I would recommend for anyone who's willing to trade this or going into this week that don't try to chase the trend, but wait for pullbacks. At least that's how I trade. That's how I trade. I trade based on pullbacks. I trade based on momentum. So with that being said, wait for a pullback into this level of support. That may take maybe 2 weeks to happen, but and then we can look for buy opportunities. The next setup that I'll be looking for or looking at is AUD CAD. AUD CAD is one that is on the outside is moving sideways, especially on the daily time frame. You see the price is moving sideways. But this week, what I am looking for and looking forward to is I am looking for price to actually come back into these levels of support and then continue to the upside because clearly there's a lot of bullish potential in this market. So that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for pullback, continuation to the upside. That is what I am looking for because at this point in time, price does not have a lot of bullish momentum to continue. And how I see that by price is now starting to move sideways. And whenever price starts to move sideways, means that is time for now for price to actually pull back, find some more momentum, and then continue to the upside. Now, moving on to the next setup that I have for you guys, which will be GBP USD. And I actually didn't take the setup last week, but I'm looking forward to taking the setup this week. I'm looking forward to taking the setup this week. And I'll tell you why I'm looking forward to the setup and why I am going to take the setup in particular. Reason being, now we see price broke below this previously strong level of support that clearly held up multiple times before actually the bears found enough momentum to break through that level, which now they are coming back to retest that level, maybe to continue to the downside. With that being said, I'm looking for sell opportunities, and especially because when you look on the COT data, we see that the pound is clearly selling this week. The pound is selling this week, and I'm looking for sell opportunities going into this week. As you can see, it's below this level that was once support that supported this multiple times and now has come back to retest. And on retests or on pullbacks, we usually take the continuing move. That is just how we trade. The next setup that I'll be sharing with you is Euro Euro JPY. And such as AUD JPY that I shared earlier, here what I'm looking for price to come back to push above, come back, then continue to the upside because that's just how the market moves. So I wouldn't be looking to take the setup because now if you take the setup anyway up here, you risk you run a risk of you actually losing that position because price can clearly or easily pull back just a little bit and then continue. So I am waiting, as I said, for a pullback, maybe into this level of support, then continuation to the upside. That is what I'm looking for. The next one will be GBP JPY. And on GBP JPY, we saw the same thing, and it's a similar setup. We are looking for a pullback, then a continuation to the upside. So we'll take the setup on this pullback right there if it does actually pull back. But what I am anticipating going into this week, we may see some more bullish momentum come into the market before actually the market comes back to retest any of those levels. The next one would be NZD JPY. And on NZD JPY, it's looking pretty clean because now, when you look at this setup, we see that price has been moving sideways between these two levels of support and resistance. And then finally, price found its momentum to break through this level. And now I'm looking for a retest for this continuation of this weekly uptrend. That is what I am looking for. And it's a beautiful trend, a clean trend that is. And we are looking for a pullback. So now the next one would be CAD JPY. On CAD JPY, we're looking for something similar to the other JPY pairs, a pullback and then a continuation to the upside. The next pair that I'll be looking for or looking at is NZD CAD. And on NZD CAD, I'm looking for sell opportunities, but to me, it doesn't look very appetizing, but there is a lot of potential or downside potential in the setup. And actually, let's zoom in and go on to the 4 hour time frame and let's see what I am talking about. I'm looking for sell setups because going into this week, we see that, or we saw that on the COT report, that banks are currently selling this. They are clearly selling this. And if we go down onto now the technical aspects of things, we see that this trend or this channel that has been created there is now currently being broken. And with that, with a break of structure, comes a fall in price. So now I actually want to zoom out and go on the weekly time frame and see how far this may go, since this is currently in a downtrend. We may see price continue all the way into this level of support before actually the price recovers. And you see that on the weekly time frame, this is clearly in a downtrend. So what we may see, we want to see price continue flowing or going downwards. And the last but not least indice that I'll be looking at is the DXY. And the DXY on the weekly time frame, you see that those two dodgy or evening star patterns indicate that there's now a lack of bullish momentum, which then we might see price start to pull back before it continues. Actually, let's zoom in so you can better see what I'm talking about, or clearly see what I'm talking about. As you can see, that already happened actually last week. We saw a pullback into this level of support, and then we saw this daily time frame on Friday. We saw this daily candle on Friday come into, and now we are looking for more upside potential, which may possibly be the case going into this week. So if you've enjoyed this video, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching up until this point. I'll see you in the next one. I'll be sure to drop some more videos, high quality content as always. Enjoy your trading week.